Am I overreacting for being hurt that my fiance sometimes finds a woman so attractive it ruins his day? By Fig Jelly Biscuits. Yesterday night, my fiance, 30M, and I, 29F, were sitting down and watching TV while we ate dinner. After he was done eating, he began talking to me, so I paused the show. He told me that his coworker fell in love at a job site, that he met this woman he thought was so amazing it was love at first sight for him, and he couldn't focus for the rest of the day. His coworker is married and they have a kid together. Then my fiance said that has gone through that too, and it just ruined your whole day. I didn't really know how to respond to him, so I just pushed play on the TV, and his words kept repeating over and over in my head. Later in the evening, I told him that it really hurt my feelings. He said it's not love at first sight for me, but sometimes your brain just gets hit in the right way, you know? And I don't know. I just went to bed crying. He tried to comfort me by kissing me and hugging me, but it just hurt too much. He even said that he chose me, and he isn't planning on leaving me. I don't know how to even feel. I feel guilty for being so upset. But at the same time, I am so incredibly hurt. To me, it feels that his day is ruined so much by it because he can't flirt and try to get with them, or is upset that I am not like the person who's on his mind. Am I overreacting? Is this normal behavior?
Top comment by electrical_jaguar 231 hour ago. Not overreacting. You're about to marry someone who says he has already experienced falling for someone at work, even though he's in a relationship, from what I read. He can relate to this married guy having an emotional affair, and that's because he thinks affairs are normal. Not planning on leaving only makes this worse. No one plans to have an affair. They don't have one if their moral and ethical integrity means more than whatever new booty they found. I'm sorry, but I think you would be making a mistake marrying someone who thinks it's understandable to have the hots for someone when you're married to someone else, and doesn't see being married as reason enough to stop themselves from mentally pursuing someone else. My husband is loyal to a fault and sees family as the ultimate thing to protect and honor. So there are men out there who absolutely wouldn't dare say the shit he just said to you. Sounds like he's grooming you for the expectation for him to cheat and convince you that it's understandable behavior. There's no way in hell I'd marry that. If you want to just go in and take your chances, be my guest, but creating children, buying real estate, and all the other entanglements of marriage with someone who thinks so carelessly about affairs is really disturbing. It's like you being a cop and saying to your chief, I totally get it. I've shot people before just because I was mad and could get away with it. It's hard not to. No. First of all, it's not hard to not cheat when your head is in the right space, and it's definitely not some shit you would say to your boss. He's totally grooming you for the future. Get out of there.
Downwards, arrow tip, rightwards. Someone responds to top comment by Summer Winters 1 hour ago. Exactly. He doesn't plan on leaving, but never said he was going to be faithful.
Downwards, arrow tip, rightwards. First reply on top comment by the original poster. I am trying not to be crazy. I might suggest counseling, but I honestly might not waste any more time. It's been 5 years already.
Downwards, arrow tip, rightwards. Continuing the conversation by smooth_juggernaut_24 1 hour ago. Believe people when they show you who they are. He told you to your face he falls in love with hot women. He may be better at hiding his words and feelings in the future, but he literally told you to hands clapping your hands clapping face. Hands clapping, he falls in love with hot women.
Downwards, arrow tip, rightwards. A reply to the previous reply by Lemful 1 hour ago. Don't waste your time on him. He's so immature it hurts. The only purpose in him telling you this was to hurt you or to get it off his chest. But you are neither his therapist nor his punching bag. He needs to figure out how to deal with his own shit without putting you in the crossfires. And at 30, he should have this figured out by now.
Downwards, arrow tip, rightwards. Follow up in the thread by Fast and Loud 56 minutes ago. When you're in a relationship, 5 years already committed and looking to get married, either you're all in or you're not. I've been with my wife for 16 years, and sure, I find other women attractive, just like I know she finds other men attractive. But that doesn't get in the way of our relationship. Hell, I make comments to my wife about how good looking I think some guys are, just for the simple fact that I'm secure with myself and my relationship with her that I can say those things. She's comfortable enough to do the same if or when she chooses to do so. I find two major red flags with this situation. One, the fact he can say something like that to you without any regards to your feelings is mind-blowing. And two, if your relationship to him meant as much as it should, in my opinion, then there wouldn't be room to have those thoughts or feelings for another person other than you. I put my wife on a pedestal on a lot of occasions so that she understands what she means to me, and it's my goal to make her feel like she's the queen that I think she is. Granted, not enough to go to her head, but enough to where she doesn't question what she means to me. Hope this helps.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Follow up in the thread by external good 9497 1 hour ago. You're not crazy, he is. Who in their right mind thinks this is okay to say to their partner? I think it's odd that he even feels this way. But the fact that he also felt the need to tell you is even weirder.
Comment number 2 by Prestigious Hope 4786 2 hours ago. I'd be pissed. Seriously, seems like no one can be interested in core one fucking person anymore. Always looking for something new and exciting. I'm sorry, sad face, but Emo, you're noir.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. First reply on comment number 2 by the original poster. Thank you. It makes me feel like I am supposed to be competing with every woman ever all the time.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. A reply to the previous reply by Prestigious Hope 4786 1 hour ago. And you are not alone in that. Just amplifies any insecurities that were already there. How would you feel if you talked about a man you see here or there, and you couldn't get him off your mind, and it just ruined your day? He'd likely NOTTTT like that at all. It's bullshit.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Still talking it through by the original poster. I know you wouldn't like it. A girl called me cute once, and he gave me the silent treatment for not putting a stop to her immediately.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Deep reply in the thread by Secret Sauce 2388 1 hour ago. Your fiance sucks. Sorry for harsh words, but if they got so upset to stop communication based on something someone else said about you, personally, I'd be proud and happy if another girl called my fiance cute and went out of their way to unnecessarily say some crazy thought that isn't relatable to most men. A girl so attractive it ruins a day? GTFOH.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards. Continuing the conversation by Dogma 096 1 hour ago. My ex-husband, in the process of divorcing now, used to say similar things, with the worst ever being that he compares me to every woman he sees, everywhere, all the time. The store, our neighbors, his coworkers, my coworkers, friends, cashiers, the people on TV commercials, movie stars, etc., and that I lose every time. I recognize now that this was a way for him to keep me emotionally dependent on him for all real praise, and it took me even longer to recognize it as abuse. I hope you learned this lesson quicker than I did.
Comment number 3 by traveling around _ 2 hours ago. Is he mistaking finding someone attractive to love at first sight? I don't really understand what he is talking about from what his friends said to him either. It's normal to think people are attractive. It's not normal to be blown away by someone during an initial meeting, regardless of how attractive they are. I wouldn't say you're not overreacting, but also nothing has actually happened, but you're allowed to feel those things. He sounds like he needs therapy, and not in a bad way, just to discuss how he actually feels around meeting people. It only takes it happening again, and he starts to think, what if? Sounds like he's got some insecure attachment in his life that he needs to work on.
Comment number 4 by TOOTH Head 1 hour ago. I'm wondering if it's just my sleep-deprived state or if I'm misunderstanding. Did he mention this as something that happened recently, or was he saying he understood the feeling because it happened in the past? Asking because I think the distinction matters, not being dismissive of your feelings. I'm trying to say that if he's recalling it as a memory / happening before you, I would personally feel that is less hurtful than something that occurred while you were together.
Comment number 5 by Anonymous 1382 58 minutes ago. You're not overreacting. Crazy, inappropriate thing for someone to say. I do have one shot-in-the-dark thought on the matter, based off of my experience. I have been to hell and back with my husband, based off of him saying wildly inappropriate things to me and not filtering his intrusive thoughts. You would wonder why I stayed with him. It started as him admitting stuff to me because he was overwhelmed with guilt that he had a thought pass through his mind that caused him to feel he was lying to me, being dishonest, not being totally transparent, etc. Originally, people around me strongly urged that he was struggling sharing too many things with me instead of having a solid male mentor/friend in his life to talk about what men face in an ultra-sexualized society. Some of the things, one would say, it's normal to have that thought fly through your head without even thinking to think it ahead of time. It's 100% not normal to share with your spouse. It turned out that he was diagnosed with OCD, often called scrupulosity, and it often attaches to one person or few that you feel the need to always be 100% honest with. He was absolutely overcome with anxiety if he didn't get a thought just right, if he didn't say something to me just right, and even battling memories about his relational past, going places he was before, going places where he remembered where he went, / what he did right after that, etc. He was tormented with things that many people might say barely registers in their mind, past the fleeting moment. His repetitive thoughts / sharing went beyond things that were inappropriate to share with me and that were hurtful. It also just showed up in having to get sentences right when talking about a mundane thing. All that to say, if he had a thought that I would think he absolutely shouldn't have, if he actually loved me and only wanted to be with me, it could asterisk ruin his whole day because he was tormented with anxiety over it, and then one way or another, I would end up hearing about it. Usually because he just outright said it. Other times his whole demeanor would change with internal panic, and I would be like, what's going on? Or because he would go in circles about something and then I would ask, and then he would answer my question I didn't want the answer to. A situation that many on Reddit say, F around and find out, it's your fault. Except the dynamic of all of that was much deeper and complex than me just randomly asking the stupid, would you be more attracted to me more than so-and-so if I was a snail? Face with rolling eyes. He got help for OCD. He had other forms of OCD in the past that never really affected his life or a relationship, so he never even sought out the idea that he has OCD. It is known to sometimes change how it presents in a person over time. Anyway, not saying this is what your fiance deals with, just saying there is one other perspective of someone being tormented with a thought that maybe they don't even want to have, based off of something else going on mentally.
Comment number 6 by Ambassador Broad 9141 1 hour ago. Basically, being married to you is stopping him from pursuing other women is what's ruining his day. He sees them, he wants them, but can't, because that means divorce. Or nuo, an affair, which also means divorce. His ruined day is him wishing he was able to guilt-free pursue other women.
Downwards arrow tip rightwards reply number 1 to comment number 6 by particular _name _3618 1 hour ago. That's how I interpret this as well. It's not the women ruining his day, it's being with OP and missing out on these women that ruins his mood. He feels like he's sacrificing and he's settling for OP. Fuck no. I would not go ahead and marry this person. I would not be able to forget this conversation ever.
Comment number 7 by Topspite, 1288 1 hour ago. NOR, your fiance is an idiot. Do we men look at a beautiful woman that is crossing our path? We most definitely do. Do we feel attracted to them? Well, there is no helping it. BUT*. We do not run to our SO and tell her about having fallen in love and how beautiful that other woman was, because it would not do us any good. If a man decides to stay with a woman, he should not even entertain the invasive thought of, what if I had gotten together with that other woman? Maybe I have a chance. She looks better than my wife. Those thoughts are plain stupid. As a woman we choose helped us through a tough time, is great to have around, makes us love, is loving, treats us with respect, and we should love all the little things about her she does not know about or might not even like about herself. That beautiful Model League woman walking past us at the train station might be a gold-digging bitch as far as we know. So, asterisk, are there invasive thoughts? Yeah, but your fiancé should have kept them to himself. The fact that he felt he had to stop the TV and tell you is highly insensitive and honestly concerning. He is entertaining the idea of a better catch than you waiting for him somewhere out there. Most likely, there isn't.
Comment number 8 by Classic Historian 731 hour ago. Tell him about the guy you saw at the mall yesterday. He was stunning, love at first sight, drove you mad, and it ruined your whole day. I'm sure he'll understand.